Doing the headlands and wheel bearing went bad.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Well, a lot of people have asked me why I don't have corn in the ground yet. I think all of the Northeast got a frost last night. Yep. I had a lot of friends that had water lines, stuff like that, freeze up for veggies and cranberries and whatnot. And it is freaking cold. So we're going to dive into the day, get some more groundwork. Yeah, it's really cold, but appreciate you guys watching along.
Okay, after a chilly morning, slow start, a lot of paperwork, getting organized. Things are moving along. We finished up disking everything that we could. Ran really well, very happy with these discs. And we started messing with the silos. A lot of people did inform me that those pats and loaders, you take the cables off when you're not running them. And we got to fix that one motor. I think once they're out of the rot, they'll turn on and run. Both unloaders, they're in great shape from what I can see. We just got to get the feed, the junk feed out of there, so that we can put new feed in. What we got to do today though, we broke the plows last time. If you're new or haven't been watching the other videos, go back, watch them. I broke the plows, got the part quickly, locally, really appreciate them, but I need to pick the plows up to be able to get that piece back in there. So take the disc off, hook the plows back up. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of work. So we got some plowing here, we got plowing up top, and then we'll be everything here. My goal is everything here plowed, ready to rock and roll. And then after grass, we'll take the rest of it off. Grass has been slow. Like I said this morning, we hit 28 degrees, maybe even colder. So a lot of people hanging baskets, veggies, stuff like that, they're nervous. Corn can bounce back, but why put it through that environment? So hopefully from here on out, we're in a good place as far as no more frost. And honestly, we get a good crop. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. Parts will be here today for this, and we'll get the hydraulics all buttoned back up and get this ready to rock and roll. Yeah, got to figure out what I'm pulling it with though. Kyle's Waste Management, Kyle Control, good buddy. Yeah, dropped me off a brand new fresh one, never even been used. Appreciate it. It's not going to stay here. I think we'll make a spot over there so that both my house stuff and the shop stuff can come in. But yeah, his guy dropped this off and picked up all of my trash yesterday, so we're in a good place. Okay, got it all ready to rock and roll. Picked it up some. Should have enough space to get into it now. This doesn't weigh that much. You do need two hands though. I figured out the issue. Alrighty, I'm just gonna take the whole plow off. Now I know why we had issues. That's all cracked. So it split itself apart. Oh, that's not good. So it was pulling itself sideways. So I figured just take that off. We'll either figure out if we can, if we want to fix that, or if we want to go grab a parts one. Without that weight on, made it a lot easier. Did put this channel with some chains to help pick it up, take a little bit of weight off, but we are good to go now. So that goes on. I got spare parts from previously. We got to get some cotter pins to go through these, and then once we pick it up, we can Well, we got to figure out what we're doing with that. Okay, so I got that off so we can work on it. Yeah, that's all welded together. So what we got to do is heat this bar up because that got bent and straighten it back out and then weld it. I ended up getting it all straightened out, welding both sides. It is getting some thinness to it, so that is something we will have to do in the future. I did have to cut this off the welds because that would not straighten back out. So whatever I hit, that bent that pretty good. I would have figured I would have snapped the welds or bent that, like snapped that off, but it did not do that. So I'll heat that up, straighten that back to itself, probably throw a clamp on it, and then weld it, put it back together, and finally get going on our day. Well, it's holding right now. We'll see. I don't think I put enough pressure on it. Maybe I did. Yep. That's good. Figured I'd jump out here. So this tile, even though we've been extremely dry, you can see it's still running. We still got to do our outlets, extend it out, but that is gaining, and our vegetation down here is looking a lot better. We got to clean up some of our outlets as far as the trash that they left prior. So that one's running. It is very dry. We're supposed to get an inch of rain on Saturday, which isn't a bad thing, as long as it's an inch, not like a ton. It would give us a better run at things. So we'll come down over here, check this one out. Yep, this one's still running too, gurgling right along. So excess water. What are you doing over there? You gonna be soaking wet? Excess water in the soil down below. I'm just hoping when we get up there I do not find that other tile. So we're gonna stay away from the edge. We'll just diss that aggressively. There's water there. I'm confused. Usually when you have water like that on the surface, when it's been so dry, that's your tile line coming across. It's broken or something there. So we'll leave that area and check it out. Got it all plowed up, other than that one little spot that has water running out of it. So we got to figure out where it's plugged there. We'll have to bring the mini that could over here and dig that up. We haven't done any digging lately. Everything's been really, really good, but that worked good. Plow's still together. We'll stop and check it out at the house. And then we got some more acres to plow. I will be so glad when I'm done plowing. These plows literally are making me get through this year. But plowing this much land really isn't that much fun. It takes a while. Everything on the plows look good. We're gonna go up this hill. So that wet spot out there, Mr. Burr stopped in and he said there's a spring that comes out of the ground there. That is why it's wet. They did try to tile it years ago and clearly it didn't run, so I guess that's a problem for a different time. But he said that's always how it is. So I guess we won't mess with it. We'll disc it, plant around it or in it. Probably lift the planter up when we go through it. But let's go see if we can get a little bit more done. Well, hopefully a lot more done. He also informed me that that bottom section of that field probably hasn't been plowed in 20 years. So I don't know how true that is, but usually if that's the case, it makes for some really good corn ground. So this grass is really getting there with this heat. We got quite a few things to do. Hot damn, we are gaining. I have yet to figure out if we're gonna mow this. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna mow this because it looks like it's actually halfway decent. We gotta pick this all up anyways, so we might mow this as a square. It gets a little steep over the hill. Looks good. Looks good, right, buddy? There's a lot of ground here. So I was talking to him. Technically, I got 115 tillable acres here, technically. And he's like, it's more like 130. So that's a good thing. You get on some of these hillsides and it starts adding up. These burdocks. We're gonna come in here. I did drop the fence somewhere here. Here it is. So they got a makeshift temporary fence here. Pull it out of the way. They did all the big stuff as far as like nice fence job, like really nice. And then they got this temporary one here that this post isn't actually in the ground. So we'll pick this up. Probably need 2 hands so I'm not grabbing barbed wire. Oop. Glad that didn't have burdocks on it. A few burdock bushes. I guess they used to farm this all the way as one piece, but when they fenced it, that was the end of it being one piece. So we got to go through some pasture maintenance here and just pull these out for next year. So this fall we're going to seed it all down and make it good. I wish this thing had diff lock. It does not like pulling uphill through ground that hasn't been worked so long. So I think we're gonna have to plow everything going one way, which isn't the end of the world. It just takes a little bit longer. You're driving around more, but there's somebody going up the hill. A mower or a seeder or something. I don't know. Alright, better keep going. Hell of a good view. I was wondering when I was dragging last time, and it flipped up finally. There's a piece of plywood right there. There's another one up there. We got a stick to pick up out there. This is slower going because we can't pull that hill. If we had posi, well, if we had diff lock, we could probably pull it. Like, it's got the power, it just starts spinning, and then so I figure instead of fighting it, we'll just plow everything going one way. That's working good. Almost there. Neighbor just showed up. So they rent that ground. It's a dairy a couple miles away, over there mowing hay. So, 40 series with the Coon mower. From this line down is gonna stay pasture. We're gonna fence it and then we'll be in quadrants or sections all the way up through come fall when I seed it back down. Doing the headlands and wheel bearing went bad. Oh, okay. Was almost done. Wait, why is this? That's not good. Yep, ripped it right out. Okay. This wheel does get a lot of abuse. Well, I'll get it down to the bottom, bring the truck up. Yeah, this is less than ideal. I'll just plow my way to the bottom of this. The nut's still on here. I'm taking that with me because if we lose that, we don't have anything then. There was supposed to be a washer, but that's clearly gone too. That thing started failing me a little bit ago. Always something. Honestly, that plow has been taking a lot of abuse, so it's on a bunch of acres of rough ground, hillsides that back wheel takes a ton of abuse. So everything from here down, we're gonna fence pasture, the beefers on it. I was thinking only doing 3 sections all the way through this, but honestly probably 4 or 5, because there's a ton of feed in between, and I don't want to be where cows pick and choose what they want, and then you just get weeds growing up. So more intensive pasture management, especially after my time in New Zealand and learning from probably the Irish are good, but the New Zealanders, the Kiwis, they're god with grass management. So this stuff's coming along. I honestly probably like 4 more passes, but we'll get it. Might have to go get a washer, because I don't have one of them. Cotter pin's gone too, so that thing shook itself to death pretty much, but we'll get it finished up. There's definitely some feed here. Why don't we chop this off? It's a little more aggressive hillside. The burdocks in it really didn't make me overly impressed with taking it off. I am glad I saved that dust cover, because, well, when it came out, it punched it out. And but we got wheel bearings, so we really just need a washer. I'm all out of grease, so we got to get a package of grease. But yeah, it never ends. So Wesley, so his father and then Wesley, they both mowed my yard. One mowed half, Wesley came back, mowed the other half. His mother there just brought me lasagna. God, we're living. So alrighty, let's go grab some parts. Quick fix, we'll run up there with the 27, pick it up. We are actually more prepared than I would have thought. We'll go down right here, and we got bearings, so we're good to go. Yeah, races are still good inside of it. So we got bearings, and we should have a cap somewhere here, which I really hope I didn't throw that away. Or we're gonna I didn't get duct tape. Do we have everything? Yeah, maybe. We're gonna go find out. Honestly, I should sneak through the back here, see if she can fit through. Like Kyle's guy dropped the dumpster right there, but no, we can go through that back gate. We ain't gonna fit through there. Plus the one goes one. So the gates and everything that are on the really nice pasture fence, they're mint. Like, we're gonna be in a good place there. But that's why I'm excited to utilize it. Still got stuff in this box trailer, still got stuff in that box trailer. Yeah. We'll get them unloaded one day. And it's getting dark, so that's even more fun. Well, we'll jet right up here. I know I forgot something. The washers and the cotter pins. Okay. I told you to remind me, bud. What are you doing with your paw? We gotta get you some more space in here. Or maybe in the next tractor you got a little more space. Yep. I did take them all out, set them on the truck, and then I forgot. Got a lot on my mind. Look at how happy he is. What are you doing, buddy? So we gotta lift it up. We're struggling. The seal's gone, which honestly, for what we need, we're gonna get a cap, stuff like that tomorrow. We'll get it. They got them in stock. I just gotta get this out of the, it's bad being here. So I got all my parts laying here on the ground now. Let me clean everything up. we'll get it together, finish plowing what we need. Yes, this thing does need tiger lights or Larkin lights or some lights. There's chunks of metal in here from when it fell apart. Got it back together. It's tight, it spins, no dust cover. Tried taping it, that did not go very well because, well, my hands are all greasy and everything else like that. I honestly have one pass here, 2 in the middle and 2 at the other end. I'm gonna send it. So we're gonna have to put new bearings races in on this. If we're gonna keep running at night, we better figure this out. But it's a circuit breaker that comes off. We also gotta get the alternator so it's happy. I got them jumped across here. So we got lights. We might have a little bit more plowing on the backside of this hill here, but otherwise plows have made it through the day. Next time we use them is after we take grass off, put corn in. Grass should come off within the week. I know everybody's all worked up that I don't have any corn in the ground, that I'm so late. Come on, relax. I started planting corn last year on this day, and I was ready. Like, we waited that long. I know some of the Midwest people, they're right after it. Some people are done. We literally just went through Ohio and into Indiana, and they did not have their corn planted. We go south, yes. Last night was 28 degrees out. Yeah, I know it would have survived in the ground, whatnot, but why bother stressing that corn out? Like, let it, give it the best life. We're planting mid-80s to mid-90s relative maturity. Some people are, oh, I don't care, you're gonna be combining 30% corn. Right. Alrighty, so everybody that's planting corn right now, that's planting longer day corn, locally to me, yeah, we're all gonna be 30% corn. Wow. Let me sneak down through here, shut this off, call it a night. I'm exhausted. It's been good. Hasn't been great, but it's been good. I will say it's been a good day. We got a bunch of ground worked. I bet 35 acres plowed since middle of the day, which ain't too bad. I have to fix the plows. So by middle of next week, we will be putting seed in the ground. Keep in mind an 8-row planter when all your ground's prepped in front of you. We can do 20, 25 acres an hour, especially when we get into a big field when we're all in the same area. So it doesn't take very long to plant my acres with an 8-row. Like, we got some ahead of us, but I guess we got to see what planting tractor's coming, because that is why I've been holding out. No point in putting everything in this tractor in the 27 when we're not going to plant with it. I got good neighbors. I really appreciate them. Yeah. We're going to have some struggles this year, but I got a lot of good support, and you guys are one of them. 99% of you guys. There's a few keyboard warriors that are floating around, but 99% of you guys. I'm going to eat my lasagna. Appreciate it. And, well, we'll see how far we make it tomorrow. That's all we're doing. Day by day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.